Hi everybody, welcome back to the Sales on Demand Show. I'm Adam Schneider, and this is episode 89. I'm going to be talking about a few things today, mostly about what is going on in the print-on-demand world. It is, of course, the middle of Christmas, December the 3rd, by my watch, and my watch is always right. So we are in the middle of the busy season, so this will be a relatively short episode. I just wanted to give you guys an update. There's definitely some things that I've been doing that are working really well, and some things that I thought would work, and they just aren't turning out to be what I thought they would be. So I'll talk about all of that. I'm coming up on the 2-year anniversary of the Sales on Demand show, and I'm very excited about that. So next week will be the 2-year anniversary of this podcast's existence on planet Earth. And, you guys have made this what it is. And I appreciate continuing to listen. And I'm doing the best I can to provide you with excellent quality information about how to sell print-on-demand products, coffee mugs, t-shirts, and the like on Amazon and Etsy. That's what we do here. So right now it's only 4:44 in the afternoon, but it's already getting dark. This is one of the things that I do not enjoy about Canada, is the winter sunlight hours are basically like you blink and it's gone. It isn't quite as bad as it is up in like northern Manitoba or something like that, where it's literally dark for 3 months of the year, or you get 45 minutes of sunlight. I don't think I could survive that, but that's what some people up in northern Canada get. So me, I'm an hour and 40 minutes away from the U.S. border, so I'm about as far south as you can get in Western Canada, and it still gets dark pretty early, and it just feels ugh. But it was a nice day today. I went for a nice little walk. And I even did a 5K run yesterday outside. I went to, our gyms are still open here. So it's pretty awesome. And I know that in some places you guys don't have exercise. You can't go out and go to the gym. You're not allowed to. Here, we are allowed to go to the gym. But there's a whole bunch of rules. And there were some rules that I didn't know about. So I was at the gym and I was about to go for a run on the treadmill. So I pulled the fan over to myself, over to the treadmill, and I turned it on. And some girl in the corner, she's like, "Oh, you can't run the fan while I'm in here." And I was like, "What? What? What? Who? Who are you?" I didn't say anything. I was just like, "Oh, okay." She's like, "You could lose your membership." Yeah, okay. No, I'll turn the fan off. And I was looking on the wall for the rules, which are not posted, and she just, oh man, she got a little, just a little rude with me. So, I got a little rude back, and I did hold back a little bit, but I was just irritated by this someone, if she'd have come up to me and said, "Hey, just to remind you, they can't run a fan in here if there's someone else in the room," that'd be cool, man. Maybe you forgot, that's all right. That would have been fine, but, when somebody, just threatens to pull my membership, the gym is the only thing that is keeping me from literally punching a hole through the wall on some days, because there's nothing else to do. All of the real events are canceled. People need things to do. So it's starting to, well, I won't say it's starting to get under my skin, but it's definitely one of those things that I don't appreciate about human nature, is that people don't always act very kindly. But nevertheless, here we are. It's December. This is the big season. So you guys, if you're out there and you're trying to sell print on demand, you need to be working as hard as you can. I am seeing good results. So for Black Friday and Cyber Monday, I didn't know what was going to happen. It's 2020. Literally anything could happen. So I ended up getting, Black Friday was just an average day. I think I had like 33 sales on Etsy. and maybe 25, 26 on Amazon. And then on Cyber Monday, I had 40 sales on Etsy, and perhaps another 37. I don't even know. Amazon seems to be broken. So if you have the Amazon Seller app, chances are you have no idea how much money you've made at any given time in the day, because we broke it. We broke Amazon. We just destroyed it, crushed it. They're not updating the sales numbers during the day, which is kind of a pain, because it's fun to just keep looking and seeing how much money you're making. But yeah, we destroyed it. Somebody destroyed it. I don't know. Maybe it was Donald Trump. Who knows? Joe Biden. He must have tripped over it when he was walking his dog and broke it. So yeah, but things seem to be going average on Amazon, but they are going extremely well on Etsy. This is the very first time in my entire 4 years selling online that my Etsy sales numbers have exceeded my Amazon sales. And not just by a little bit either. It's not about even Steven. Etsy is becoming my best platform, and I never really intended for that to be the case. I figured I'd get them about even. I didn't work very hard on Amazon this year. I didn't really have a lot of time to do that, but I definitely have some plans in the chamber, so to speak, for next year. I'm already actually activating those plans. I'm already starting to pull ideas off of the internet, planning for next year's Mother and Father's Day. So yeah, I'm already thinking 30 steps ahead, I guess. But I would say that sales on Amazon are up for me, they're up about 10% from last year, which is good. I have a decent number of products sitting at Amazon FBA, and they're selling. They're not selling as quickly as I thought they might, but they are selling. So that's good enough for me. Making the money. Etsy, on the other hand, is doing quite well, and I'm seeing big numbers, and I'll tell you where those big numbers are coming from in just a moment, because there is one thing that is killing it for me this year, and I wonder if you guys can guess what that is. But you'll have to wait for a few minutes, because I got to tell you that if you've just getting started selling print on demand and you just want the basics, you have no idea what you're doing, then what you need to do is you need to get on my email list. You need a free video. I've made a free video that shows you the basics of selling print on demand, and you can find that video at salesondemandshow.com/start. START. I've actually created an entire course around how to sell print on demand. But if you're just getting started and you're like, well, I just want a little bit of a primer, show me a little bit about how to do this, then just jump on my email list. It's free. I don't email very often, maybe once every couple weeks, and maybe even less than that. So I throw some emails out there, offer some tips, and try to get you guys some help. And I always try to include some hot tips in every single email that I send out. Information that you're not getting on the podcast. Now, if you feel like you're more than a basic seller and you want to really grow your business, then you probably want to join my training program. And you can do that, salesondemandshow.com/AZ. You can get $200 off that training until the end of the year with the discount code SOD200. SOD200. And that'll get you that training program at $300, which is the cheapest training program out there for doing anything with print on demand ever, anywhere. And I know this because I'm a coach for someone who teaches this stuff, and she charges $3,995 as the basic level of training. Now, you do get quite a bit for that. She can offer a few things I can't. But the training that I have is the same training that I'm teaching the students as a coach in her program. So if you want to get the inside track from someone who's doing this full time, then you want to join my training program. You get access to a free Facebook group where we talk. You can post any question you've got. any issue you've been having, and you get immediate response from me because I'm on Facebook all the time. It's part of my job. So there you go, salesondemandshow.com/AZ for that. $200 off till the end of the year. Well, what is the thing that is doing well for me? It's the same thing that every big seller on Etsy is doing, and that is personalization. Some of you probably knew I was going to say that, but what you didn't know is that personalized items are the #1 search on Etsy right now, and they are selling like fire. So it's the thing that's doing the best for me out of all of the things that I've been doing, but it is not the only thing that I'm doing. I am still doing regular old plain text on a white coffee mug, but here's the awesome thing about doing those kinds of, generic looking products. They're not personalized or anything like that. But you can put them on so many different products now. I mean, there was once a time where you only had a white coffee mug. You had 2 sizes, of course. There's 11 ounce and 15 ounce. And, that gives you some options. But now we have a whole bunch of new products that have been put out there. Not least of which is camper mugs. So, if you've ever gone camping and you brought those little tin cups with you, the little itty-bitty ones. Well, they're not really itty-bitty, but for me, they're itty-bitty because when I drink coffee, I want to drink it by, like, the quart, not by the, by the fluid ounce. I drink, coffee like a man, not like a baby. I guess that's not a great analogy. I don't know if babies should drink coffee, but if a baby were going to drink coffee, then he'd be drinking it from a camper mug. So it's not huge, but it's cute, and it's a nice little gift. And it's made of metal, so it's pretty durable. And I've been adding a few of these, and they actually sell really, really well. So if you have any products that are already selling on a white mug, or maybe the two-toned one with the black handle, throw them on a camper mug. They're available with Gear Bubble. If you have the integration connected, then, throw some camper mugs up on Etsy. Right now is the time to be adding your products. If you're just getting started, what you want to do is open up an Etsy store, get connected with a print-on-demand supplier. Printful is a good one, but realistically, for the best prices on coffee mugs, I always tell people go with Gear Bubble. And then start creating designs. Do a little research and see what's selling on Etsy and Amazon, and start creating some designs of your own. Try to aim for 5 a day. I have built, between August and now, I have quadrupled the number of listings that I have on my store, and I've quadrupled the number of sales that I'm getting. I was not a crazy, off-the-wall Etsy seller by summertime. I was doing okay, making decent sales, but it's only in the last month and a half that I've taken it to, the next level. Really, it's actually 2 months. Call it 2 months. So I've been doing this full-time for 2 months, and I have quadrupled my Etsy sales. So now I'm pretty close to $10,000 in sales for 1 month. I'm pretty happy with that. And a decent number of those sales are personalized listings. And there's a wonderful thing about personalized listings is that you can charge more for those and you make more profit. So I charge $4 more for a personalized product, and that means I get more profit. I'm also fulfilling those orders with a program called Order Desk, and I'm going to be talking about that in the new year. It's a pretty sweet program, and it's perfect for doing personalization. I'm going to be adding a training segment in my training program all about Order Desk, and you guys can get on board with the Order Desk and start making your own, personalization business. It's probably the fastest way to build yourself like a full-time business doing print on demand. So when I first, started doing this full-time, my goal was to get to 50,000 in sales over the Christmas period on Etsy. So I didn't quite get there, but I'm going to get pretty close. And, I knew that setting a goal of $50,000 was ambitious. I just didn't know, if I would have time to create that many listings. And it turns out that I got pretty busy with this coaching program, so I'm really not working full time on my own business. So I haven't been adding as many listings as I could. There are days where all I do is just send out the orders that I actually got for the day, and I don't actually add any new products. I have plenty of new designs that could be added to my store, but I just don't have time to actually go through the little button pushing process that you got to do to actually get them live. So of course in the new year I am going to be hiring somebody, and this is the next step for me in my business. And at some point I think that everybody who does any kind of print on demand or online business has got to come to this point. And I talked about this last week. I'm thinking big. I'm thinking big, and I've been thinking of so many huge things. My brain is filled with these potential things. So it's, so much potential. And you know what? All of that is because I quit my job. Really, it was the job that was kind of holding my ambition back. Having to go to work for 40 hours a week, it means that you don't have a lot of time to do anything else. You don't have time to, vision cast in your mind. You don't have time to plan big things and execute them. You just don't. It is risky, though, quitting your job during a pandemic. Not something I recommend unless you have, pretty strong idea that you're going to succeed and you've already proven success, to your family already. If you've just started selling print on demand and you're like, oh, I'm going to quit my job, then you should rethink that. You should really rethink that, because chances are you're not going to start making your full-time income this year. And that's just the reality of it. This is something that is fairly simple to do, but it's not always easy. And the more I do it, the more I realize that people struggle with this. And that's why I'm here. I'm here to help you guys out. So personalization is working well. Regular old listings that... so there's, a bunch of targets that you could try to aim for, but what people are really looking for is things for their family, things for their friends. So I target professions like archaeologist, or here's one, epidemiologist. Can you believe that I've sold 7 epidemiologist mugs this Christmas season? Did you know that there was more than 7 epidemiologists in the country? I don't know. I don't know how many epidemiologists there are. I don't think I could even say epidemiologist more than once without screwing it up. But I've been selling coffee mugs and camper mugs to epidemiologists. Wow, I actually said it right. I'm not going to test fate by trying that again, but you get the picture, right? Targeting these professions, even the small ones, can be very successful. And there's all kinds of little tiny niches that you can target with special designs, put them up on Etsy, put them up on Amazon, and see how they do. And for Amazon, of course, the best way to really capitalize is with fulfillment by Amazon. You're probably not going to be able to build a business around just print on demand. You're going to have to use FBA. But FBA is a powerful tool, and I can teach you how to use it. I have a whole bunch of episodes on how to do Amazon FBA, so go back and have a listen to those. They're pretty informative and nothing has changed. So that's definitely something, that's your homework. Go back and have a listen to those episodes. That's pretty much it. I just wanted to give an update on what's happening this Christmas season. I'm about to go on another coaching call here with Rachel Raffay, and I'll be doing some filming with my brother. We're filming a commercial next week, which is definitely something I never ever thought that I would say. But I'm very glad to kind of get my brother on board. I want this to be a business that our family can participate in. And it's funny, if you've been doing this for more than a year and you've had some success with this, with selling print on demand, you've probably shown someone in your family what you're doing, and I guarantee you they're curious about it. Especially at Christmas time when you're like, oh look, or your phone is sitting beside you at the dinner table and it goes cha-ching, And people are like, oh, well, what was that? It's like, oh, I just made money by doing nothing. And it's curious. People are very curious about that because, I mean, where else can you basically start a business and make money like sitting in your chair at home? Really nowhere else. So, yeah, get out there, put up 5 listings today, put up 5 listings tomorrow, and let's make some money. It's a good time to do it. All right, guys, that's it for this week. We'll see you next week for the 2-year anniversary of the Sales on Demand show. I'm Adam Schneider, and we'll see you next week. Cheers.